This is a lesson that uses the bus as a metaphor for different parts and functions of the brain. Our brain works as a bus with 36 passengers. There is a wall between the bus drivers and the passengers. Normally, the bus driver cannot hear what is going on with the passengers. There is a slot in the wall where every so often a piece of paper comes out telling the bus driver when to turn and where to go. The bus driver thinks he's making all the decisions on his own, but he is following the directions that he receives from the passengers. We will learn who these passengers are and how they are influencing our lives. Further lessons on nutrition, self-talk, and how those you surround yourself with can influence the people on this bus, as well as looking for signs that the people in the bus are unhappy and how to deal with those passengers that are sabotaging the bus. Your brain has many different specialized parts that deal with certain activities. The occipital lobe deals with vision, having fun, riding roller coasters. The temporal lobe deals with hearing, making judgments and decisions. The frontal lobe deals with deep thinking, the future, and your libido, your sexual interest and desire. The frontal lobe also deals with your sense of smell. The parietal lobe deals with your sense of balance, your sense of touch, and the emotional feelings. Through MRIs, they have found that when a person is performing a specific task, like solving a mathematical problem, catching a baseball, or reading a book, specific parts of the brain will light up while doing different activities. When people have brain damage from a stroke, an accident, or a disease and lose specific function of their brain, or lose that brain part of the brain completely, they will lose their ability to perform that specific function. At times, they may be able to regain that ability, and at other times, they will never regain that ability again. We are going to compare our brains with the bus with 36 people on it. These different people represent different parts of your brain. As on a bus with 36 people on it, different people will have different skills that they are good at. Some will be good at math, others at basketball, some at crocheting. They all have their own specialized skills and functions. These people on the bus are constantly arguing and discussing where they would like the bus to go. In order for the bus driver to focus on the road, drive safely, and not be distracted from the people in the back of the bus, there is a soundproof wall between him and the people in the back of the bus. There is a slot in the wall. Once in a while, in the back of the bus, where everyone has voted and a decision is made on where to turn, where to go, and when to hit the brakes, the decision is written on a little piece of paper and handed to the bus driver. The bus driver isn't even aware of the people in the back of the bus telling him where to go. The bus driver thinks he is making the decisions on his own. When a bus driver does not have a barrier between the back of the bus and the driver, then they are classified with a disease called schizophrenia. They think that they hear the voices talking to them, telling them what to do. It is just the people in the back of the bus. We all have people in the back of the bus telling us what to do. It is just normally that we can't hear the people in the back of our bus. When people cannot hear the argument in the bus, are informed that this is just parts in the brain that are talking to you and helping you in your life, this disease of schizophrenia becomes less threatening. Some people in the back of the bus are always associated with the lizard brain. Some of them are always hungry, always afraid, and some are always concerned about procreation. Then we have some people that make up fantasy stories to explain the world around them. There are also people that are connected to Google that make sure that we have the correct stories. These two stories are compared with each other, and a story is created that balances fantasy with reality. And this is what keeps us sane. There is another group of people making judgments on the events that are happening outside. We have some people that are connected to cameras, others to microphones, and they are letting other people know on the bus what is happening on the outside of the bus. We even have some people that are connected to a drone that is flying a mile in front of the bus, letting other passengers know what is happening in the future. Everyone on the left side of the bus is female, everyone on the right side is male. On one side or the other, some may be wearing earplugs, blinders, or gloves to keep them from knowing what's going on and lessen their vote on decisions. This is what causes a person to become more masculine or more feminine. On some people, the people on both sides have an equal say of what's going on. Since these people are influencing the direction that we are going, is there any way that we can influence or give feedback to the people on the bus so as the bus driver we can have more say on where we want to go? We will be discussing ways that we can do this using observation and mindfulness, getting control over our judgments and making sure information is filtered before the people in the back of the bus get it. You can also use self-hypnosis, where you take a small amount of time and disconnect from the world, and you visit with people on the bus. The deeper that you relax when you do this, the more effective it will be. The more that we can use observation without judgment, the easier it will be for us to understand what the people on the bus need. As we take care of each individual person and gain an understanding of each person, we will be able to make wiser choices on how we feed and take care of them. At times, you will have a ravenous wolf in one of the seats that just needs to be scratched behind the ears, and they will turn into a little puppy. Over the next hour, observe the things that go through your head. After the hour is over, as many of the things that went through your head for 20 minutes, journal. It is okay that you do not write everything down. If need be, use an outline or use your stickies for this exercise. You are great and wonderful. Thank you for joining us on the road to Kaivala.